It's 2-1 United!
Manchester United should do a short-term deal to bring back Paul Pogba for 3 months as desperate times call for desperate measures. Former United midfielder Pogba can return to playing football next month after his drugs ban was reduced last year. The former Juventus man played 233 times for the Red Devils over 2 spells, scoring 39 times in the process. The Frenchman showed incredible flair and moments of brilliance, but rarely showed anything like his form for Juventus that saw him become one of the most coveted players in the world in 2016. He was also a rather divisive figure among the fanbase, and there were few tears shed when he left the club in 2022 on the expiry of his deal. There have been faint rumors that Pogba may be being lined up to make a third move to Old Trafford, and normally this idea would be a laughable one. Rio Ferdinand is the latest pundit to float the idea of a return to Manchester for Pogba, and while he should certainly not be considered as a serious option for the club's future, desperate times call for desperate measures. Yes, Pogba will be incredibly out of match rhythm as he has barely played in the last few years due to injury and later his ban. Moreover, he would clearly not be a magic solution that would fix all of United's problems. No player would be, especially Pogba. United are desperate though. The January window proved the club has massive financial issues as they let go of Marcus Rashford and Antony yet brought in no replacement. Yesterday's match against Tottenham Hotspur showed how threadbare the squad is, as Victor Lindelof was the only player on the bench who had played a senior minute for the club before yesterday and the only one over 19 years old. With Ahmad most likely out for the rest of the season and long-term injuries to Kobbie Mainoo and Mason Mount, the Red Devils will be incredibly short of players. What's more, Pogba always struggled playing in a midfield too, but in Amorim's system he could play as one of the number 10s with more attacking freedom and license to be creative. With his lack of pressing and work off the ball, Pogba is obviously not a natural fit for Ruben Amorim, but he would be a sticking plaster until the summer. The cold hard reality is that United have scored just 28 goals in the league and are one of the most unproductive sides in the division. They cannot afford to say no to any help. Pogba could at least bring some sparkle and interest to the football the team plays, and he already enjoys a good relationship with a number of players at the club who are his former teammates. The Frenchman has an eye for a pass and an ability to create something out of nothing that no fit United player has apart from Bruno Fernandes. What's more, Pogba would also benefit from a short-term 3-month deal, as it would also put him in the shop window and allow him the chance to prove he can still play at the highest level. The World Cup winner's wages could be a problem for United, but he is unlikely to command anything like his old salary due to his current situation and lack of playing time over the last couple of years. Also, with Aston Villa paying 75% of Marcus Rashford's wages, there is space on the wage bill for a few months at least. The Red Devils could even try and negotiate a pay-as-you-play type deal to minimize the financial risk. If the transfer doesn't work out, it is hard to see any negatives. United are already going nowhere fast in the league and are unlikely to win any cup competition. Under normal circumstances, a third return should be transfer rumor fantasy, but just 1 or 2 moments of magic over the remaining weeks of the season could make the difference and give United an outside chance of some silverware.